Last video, I am going to show you how to rescue your weaving from this frame, and I'll show you why I adore this frame so much. Since it's PVC, you can pull it apart like this. Oh yeah, that's strong, lady. And just slide the bottom off the end. And then you can clip it back together. And then once that's loose, you can loose one side and slide it off the end. And then there's my empty frame. And there's my sprung. You'll want to do the same thing you did in the middle and run a string through the loops to keep it from unfurling from the top or the bottom. So I'll do that real quick. So all you have to do, and you can do this before you take it off, you can do it after you take it off, you can set it up so it's like this. You know, there's a lot of different little cut throughs. But you want to make sure you catch all your loops. So loops, loops, all the loops. Come here, loops.
San Diego.
Yarn needle would probably help here too. You know what they say, hindsight's 20/20. So yeah, yarn needle would probably be helpful. Again, doing it before you take it off the loom is probably even better. But I'm so excited about having it done that I just ripped it right off there. So we're keeping track of our loops. This little guy came out, so I'm going to put him back. If the loop comes out, it does twist, so you should have, it looks like a cursive E. Make sure your string is going through the cursive E. If you untwist it, you're untwisting one of your rows. So run it through there. Alright, so I caught all my loops. You do the same thing you did with the middle. So we're going to tie off here. If my husband could see me videoing this, he would laugh. I'm not going to tell you what I had to do to get the camera to stay in place. Just be glad the camera's going that direction. So you see I caught all my loops. And then when I get to this side, I'm going to tie it off on here. Alright, so there's your top. The string will keep it from unraveling, so that one's sealed all the way to the middle. So now we have to do the bottom, and of course the bottom loops are a lot bigger because it was over the PVC, which is a lot wider. So it's a little bit easier to run loops. You just have to make sure that you've got E's. You're going through the E's. E's, 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 E's. I know Morgan's laughing at my songs again. That's fine. I teach elementary school. Music is important. So, go through, go through, go through. And these are all nice and bunched up, which makes my life easy. So I caught all of them again. The good news is what'll happen is when you stretch this out, you will close up all this extra space with your loops. So it won't be giant loops on bottom and little loops on the top. It won't be any loops because you'll close it up over the string. But you can stretch it out as much as you want. You can probably see why the ancient Egyptians liked this so much. They used it for hose, like leg covering, leggies, because they could pull it on and stretch it. So it looks like, you know, medieval fishnets. So I will be including those pictures. You can see them. There are examples all over the place with some patterns and some really crazy stuff. So I will show you all of that. All I'm doing is tying off this side. Alright, so we are completely tied off, and to get it to stretch out, all you really have to do is pull it. And it'll shift. You see it's already closing down in the middle, which is what I kind of want it to do. So now I just have to pull it at the top, and it'll stretch out up here too. So there you go. There is our sprung woven net. And that's all there is to it. It's pretty easy. It's nice and repetitive. You just have to keep up with what row you're on. And as you can see, what makes this really cool is that if you leave it alone, it'll collapse back on itself. So it will retract back in. And you can store it, or, you know, hang it in the closet, or whatever you're using the sprung woven stuff for. You can also see it would be really handy to use as a hairnet, which is probably what this piece is going to be for me. I just have to figure out how to make that work. But there you go. Sprung. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Please feel free to drop questions, and I will be happy to answer them to the best of my knowledge, or poke somebody who can.
Yay!
Thank you.